Good evening. Hello, we're live. We're live. My name is Kerri Wade. Welcome. Happy to have you here tonight for Reiki Live. We're going to be doing some live Reiki energy, and I'm going to be sending out this energy by distance because Reiki, being an energy, can travel wherever I intend it to go. So all you have to do is come and relax. Set your intention for what you'd like to receive Reiki for, because even though it is smart energy, it's going to go where it's needed the most first. You can also set an intention for whatever you need some healing around. Hi, Carissa. And that may be physical healing, it may be mental or emotional or spiritual healing. Reiki actually heals. Excuse me, I've just swallowed my spit. Reiki actually heals from the spiritual level first. And so it's a little different than just putting a Band-Aid on something, which is honestly what most of us do when we are hurting in any way, or when our feelings are hurt, or when we are going through anxiety or depression, grief. You know, we just, sometimes it takes everything we have just to get through a day. So we put a Band-Aid on so that we can function. And at some point, we have to rip that Band-Aid off and we have to do the real work, the real healing. So that would be my wish for you tonight. So anyway, I was reading an article today that I wanted to share some things with you. This is about, it's called 9 Signs That You Are Ungrounded. So, hi Kristen. So, does everybody know what grounding is? Let me just explain it a little bit first, maybe. Grounding is just getting ourselves connected to the earth. You know, once upon a time, people were connected to the earth all the time. We walked places, people worked on farms. We were connecting with the earth all the time. Today, we don't always do that because we're in high rises. We live in concrete jungles. We don't take that time just to go out and connect ourselves with the earth. And it's very easy to ground. One of the easiest ways is take off your shoes and go outside. Stand in the grass if you can. If you can't, then concrete's fine if you have to stand on a sidewalk. But just feel your connection to the earth. Another quick grounding that I do is that I just imagine a white beam of light coming down into my crown chakra, going all the way down, all through my chakras, into Mother Earth, and then looping back around and coming and reconnecting into my crown chakra to hold me securely to Gaia. So, hi Glenda. And so anyway, that's kind of how I ground when I need to. But these are 9 signs that you are not grounded. Number 1 is, I don't belong here. The main function of the root chakra is to establish a foothold. Without this, one is likely to feel a strong sense of lack of belonging. Many people with a very weak root chakra tend to get lost in alien theories, stories, or visions of other realms, or chase a fantasy soulmate while ignoring their spouse. If you feel out of place on earth, in your society, in your family, or even in your body, this is a sign that you need to focus on grounding. Number 2 is feeling spaced out. Never happens to me. An extreme lack of grounding leaves one feeling spacey and disoriented, almost like it is impossible to think. Being absent-minded is often a direct result of feeling spaced out. One might end up repeatedly misplacing things, losing track of what one was just saying or doing. Okay, so maybe some of that's age too. And forgetting important tasks. Another way this can manifest is when another way this can manifest is like when, it's not worded right here, but when one ends up like bumping into objects repeatedly, and in extreme cases, meeting with accidents. So I don't know if you've heard me tell the story before, but one time when I left a class at Sweha, and we had just done a meditation right at the end of class, which is wonderful. I went out and I got in my car, didn't even think to ground myself, honestly. was merging onto the freeway in Tempe, and all of a sudden I noticed that I was just like, I was just like swerving all over the lane. And I got the message immediately. It says, you're not grounded, and I pounded my chest and I said, be here now, just to bring myself back into my body, because I was kind of out in the ethers. Well, accidents happen when we're not grounded. So that's a great reason for grounding. Highly sensitized. One consequence of being very ungrounded is that we become highly sensitized to sounds or light, and more uncomfortable to the energy, thoughts, or words of others. People that we perceive as negative become very hard to handle and leave us feeling extremely low and polluted. Wow, ever been around that? Sadly, I have. Hard to be effective. If you're finding it hard to concentrate on anything, you are ungrounded. This includes a lack of being able to focus on work and or conversations. Mundane tasks seem meaningless and unnecessary. Feeling tired all the time, and even more so when work needs to be done, is another clear sign. Ooh, anybody ever do that? Like you're trying to focus on maybe a work project, and you just like, you keep following a squirrel, it's like you just keep veering off, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I've been on Facebook for 30 minutes. Where did I go? Why did I lose my attention there? Happens, right? Daydreaming is number 5. Find yourself staring into space, lost in thought. If you're ungrounded, you are likely to find yourself continuously lost in fantasies about the future or thinking about unreal scenarios. Number 6 is nervous. The root chakra is associated with action and implementation, and when it's weak, the subconscious knows that this aspect is going to falter and will cause stress, anxiety, and a spaced out feeling with the slightest pressure. Number 7, cannot make decisions. A strong, stable root chakra gives one a good grip on the ground realities. Without this, it becomes even difficult to have confidence in your own decisions. Erratic sleep. Too much energy in the upper chakras affects sleep. One might find changes in sleep patterns, lying wide awake at night for hours, or sleeping incessantly if grounding is weak. Falling asleep during meditation is another common symptom. And number 9, last one, is weak digestion. A sudden lack of grounding can leave a person without any desire to eat, sometimes for weeks. Digestion needs downward moving energies. And when there is too much energy in the upper chakras and none in the lower chakras, the body is incapable of processing any food. In contrast, when a person can eat large amounts of food and still remain skinny, that also indicates a lack of grounding. The body is unable to absorb any nutrients from the food due to lack of energy. Interesting, huh? So, yeah, a couple of those were new to me. Just, I've heard of I know when I'm feeling spacey or unable to focus on a project, I know that I'm not grounded. I know when I start to feel chaotic, that's the anxiety thing, where it's like you can't shut it down and things are just spinning and spinning and spinning and spinning. That's being ungrounded. So, anyway, there you go. Maybe that'll help you. My name is Kerri Wade. If you're just joining us, welcome. I am a Reiki master teacher and a Karuna Reiki practitioner here in Chandler, Arizona, which is just outside of Phoenix. And I have been a Reiki master since 2004. I also am a yoga nidra practitioner and facilitate yoga nidra meditations with my clients. I have been doing a special for a couple of months now that is a Reiki session followed by a yoga nidra meditation session, and it is absolutely fantastic, and my clients are seeing amazing results from it, bringing their stress levels way down, getting rid of those heavy weights on your shoulders. You ever feel like that? Like like something is just sitting on your shoulders. And when you get rid of that, it's just, you feel so light and free. I had a client the other day who it was in her heart. She just felt like something was on her chest. And after her session, she's like, it's gone. It's gone. So beautiful things happen with Reiki and Yoga Nidra together. And I absolutely love doing both of them. So I do in-person sessions. I do distance sessions. So if you're interested in anything or have any questions about Reiki or any of the other things that I do, there is information on my website, which is kerriwade.com. You can schedule appointments. I do energy transfer resets as well. I do group resets every Wednesday afternoon. That is a remote session, and it's only $15 for the energy transfer reset group remote. And I'm actually working on putting together a group Zoom ETR session. And so we will be face-to-face over a video conferencing software, Zoom, and doing small groups that way. So look for that to come probably sometime next month. So what we're going to do tonight is I am going to send you some Reiki energy. As I said in the beginning, Reiki heals on all levels. You can heal physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It will help you manifest things. It can help heal relationships. Reiki is a Japanese technique for stress reduction, and it works beautifully for all physical things, as well as things like depression and anxiety and grief, things that we go through in life, right? Just being stressed out. So stress is the root of many, many bad things that we don't want to experience in our lives. And so taking care of ourselves, filling our own cup first, is very important. And I know those of you who are working moms, dads, teachers, business people, we take care of everybody else, right? We spend all of our time taking care of everybody else, and we forget about ourselves. We want to appear to be the perfect mom, the perfect boss, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter, the perfect son. And so we just run on this autopilot without ever stopping to fill our own tanks. And we have to fill our own tanks or we're going to run out. It's like driving your car on overdrive and never having a maintenance service done on it. It's going to give out at some point. And, if it goes long enough, oftentimes that manifests as a physical illness, cancer, heart disease, all kinds of things. We don't want that. So set your intention. Think of something that you would like some healing around tonight, right now. Think of a situation that needs some healing. Maybe you're working to manifest a new job, a new relationship, new car, a new home. Maybe you are suffering with some depression or a lack of self-love, not putting yourself first, not loving yourself. They say when somebody asks you, who do you love the most in this world? If you don't put yourself first, then it's not the right answer. We have to love ourselves first. One thing I've learned is that I am the one that's going to be here for myself all my life. I can't say that about any other thing, any other person. I can't say that about my pets. I can't say that about my job. It's me. And so it's not selfish to put yourself first. It's absolutely imperative that you do. Okay? My 2 cents worth. So I would invite you, if you're in a place that you can just close your eyes. And just allow your attention to turn inward. Relax your body. Relax your forehead, your scalp, your face, your neck, your shoulders, your arms, your hands, your chest, your spine, your abdomen, your hips, your legs, your feet. Take a deep breath in and release it with a big sigh. Let's do that again and release even more. Just rest in the stillness. And bring your intention that you have for tonight's healing into your mind. If you're able to visualize how you want this situation to look to you, I would encourage you to do that now. Don't look at it the way it is right now. Look at the way you want it to be, the way you are intending to create it. Reiki is an energy that I have been attuned to by a Reiki master. There are attunements that are passed from masters to students, along with symbols. This is an energy that flows through me. It is not my energy. Just like radio waves that we can't see, we know that when we tune our car radio station to a station, our car radio to a station, that we can hear music. Reiki energy is very much like that. That's why it can be done from a distance. And I do sessions with people all over the country. Well, all over the world now. I can say I'm international. I had a lovely soul that I did an ETR for last week from Lima, Peru. So if you're watching tonight, hi. If you're just tuning in, please join us and just set your intention for what you would like to have some healing around. And be sure to go back afterwards and watch the beginning of this, where I gave you 9 different signs that you are not grounded. My website is kerriwade.com. I have a lot of information about Reiki and hypnotherapy and stuff on there. You're welcome to reach out anytime. Either contact me through my website or through a private message here on Facebook with any questions that I can answer for you. I'm so blessed to get to do what I love so much every day. This has been my passion for many years. people experience different things when receiving Reiki energy. Some people see colors or images. Sometimes they'll hear a message, or a song lyric will start running through their head, or a mantra. Some feel a vibration, tingling. Some feel heat or coolness. I'm feeling heat right now. Sending this. For me, I've learned that when I'm doing Reiki and I start feeling heat, I know that it's a releasing. It's a releasing of energy. Sometimes I'll even start to feel kind of nauseous when my client is releasing. Thank God I've never thrown up on anyone, so that's a good thing. I got that going for me. Different people feel energy being released in different ways too. Some will actually feel like a physical releasing, like they feel it leaving their body or moving through their body. Feel it like in their hands or their feet. Very common. Some people will start to yawn incessantly, or maybe just kind of have some little twitches, body twitches that just happen and you can't stop it. Passing gas, belching, those are other ways of energy releasing. It's all good. As we go through life, we take on low frequency energies through our lower vibrational emotions like fear and anger and sorrow and guilt and shame. And energy just gets stuck in our bodies. Our chakras get stuck, they get sluggish. Or they become hyper aware and they're way too open. And Reiki chakra balancing brings everything back into alignment. Balances your chakras, it opens them so that they are flowing smoothly and evenly. Not all crazy, cattywampus, sluggish. Ugh. Typically at the end you will have a feeling of just feeling balanced, like that feeling of everything's okay. The world's not going to end today. I'm not going to die today. Everything's okay. That's a good feeling. If you live here locally and you work for a company that perhaps does some nice things for their employees now and then, if you're lucky enough for that, I do small group yoga nidras. By small, it doesn't have to be really small, but I need a minimum of 6 people. And I'll come into your place of work and do a yoga nidra. It's a great booster for all of your employees. And if you are an employee, go talk to your boss. It will relieve your stress so that you can be more focused and more peaceful and more calm. It's a great wellness practice. And Yoga Nidra, if you aren't familiar with it, it's also called yogic sleep. And it is a meditation that you cannot do wrong. It's a guided meditation. And it's different from other meditations because we set an intention. And it can either be a spontaneous intention, or when we're working one-on-one, we can zero in on a very specific intention just for you. And we plant that when you're at that deepest state of Yoga Nidra. So it's similar to hypnotherapy, but it's not working with just your subconscious mind like we are in hypnotherapy. It's actually working with both sides of your brain, your left and your right side, and it's balancing them, which is amazing. Also, if you just want to have some girlfriends over and have a Yoga Nidra session for your group of friends, I'd love to come do those. It's really an amazing technique, and it's perfect, especially for people who have a hard time meditating, because it's so hard to shut off the mind, right? And honestly, the mind never really shuts up completely. But we can turn it into background noise. You may still hear the mind chattering, but you're not responding to it. You're not chattering back. That's the beauty of Yoga Nidra. I can also do Yoga Nidra distance, and we'll do it over Zoom or the phone, and I will guide you through an incredible Yoga Nidra session. The yogis tell us that a 45-minute Yoga Nidra session is equivalent to 3 hours of the deepest restorative sleep, restorative being key. It boosts our oxytocin, our serotonin, our melatonin, our GABA, our HGH, reduces our cortisol, which is the stress hormone we don't want. Ooh. It's another way of releasing energy, like when you have those little times when you kind of like catch your breath, like, you know, like I just did. That's a sign of releasing. I really, really appreciate it anytime you guys share my videos or the announcements on your own Facebook page as well. It's a really awesome thing. And I'm going to have a really big announcement next week, but I will not be live on Tuesday. But I will come on Facebook on Wednesday between 6:30 and 7 o'clock before Candace Parisi's live with a special announcement. So that's on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. And watch my Facebook page because I'll be putting it out on there too. May or may not have something to do with Candace Parisi. Not to name drop or anything, but just saying. It's going to be epic. If you're not following Candace, please do so. She does live Facebooks on Mondays and Wednesdays, and she does psychic readings on them. She's freaking amazing. Traveling Intuitive is her Facebook page. Traveling Intuitive. Candace Parisi. Go check it out. follow her. I'll put the link in my comments here tonight. So we're at 7:30 now. I'm going to bring our Reiki to a close. Please take a deep breath with me and release. Well, let's do that again because that was really fun. You know, that's my best stress relief tip I can give you. Breathe, just breathe. Close your eyes, take some deep breaths, and let go with each exhale. When you start to have that anxious feeling, do it. You can do it anywhere. You can do it in your car, not closing your eyes, of course, if you're driving. You can go into the stall in the ladies' room if you need to. Step outside, whatever you need. Go outside and ground. Take some deep breaths. Reset yourself. Ooh, my ears just popped. Never know what's going to happen during Reiki. That's a beauty. I'm very grateful for you guys being here. I'm very grateful to be able to share this with you. And we're going to pull a postcard from Spirit. Yes. These are the postcards from Spirit by Colette Baron Reed. They're beautiful, perfect messages every time. So far, they have been. Again, kerriwade.com is my website. You can book appointments. You can learn more about Reiki. You can schedule your ETR remote sessions. There's still time to get on tomorrow's ETR group. And it takes place at 3 o'clock, but it's done remotely. So I'm working with your higher consciousness on that and your spirit guides. And so you don't need to be present or do anything special. Restores your energy, relieves any low frequencies in your body, in your spirit. It also starts an age regression where we stop our aging process because our belief system is what governs that. You know, we tell ourselves that these things are going to happen as we get older, and then they start to happen, and then we talk to all of our friends about it and confirm it's also happening with them and reinforce it. And so a lot of that is just our own belief system. So I've had people tell me that their hair has stopped turning gray, their roots are coming in darker, just feeling better physically. The ETR also, whoops, ooh, that must be our card. The ETR also will remove tags, implants, spirit attachments, dark entities, cords, all that sort of stuff. It's kind of a roto-rooter for your energy system. So check that out. Okay, here is our postcard from Spirit. I'm going to get my glasses on. Dearest you, if you allow your awareness to settle in, you will hear us whispering sweetness and encouragement to you. You will know the truth of things that cannot be discerned through the material world. The receiver for this kind of essential knowing is your intuition, which is not your sixth sense, but your first, the primary navigational system of your soul. You are entering the age of consciousness. It's time to accept that the paranormal is normal. Human beings are multisensory, multidimensional beings. Spirit infuses all things, and your soul's job is to discover these essential truths here on earth, where we all agreed to play. Today, trust your spidey sense. Spidey, I like that word. Read between the lines. Tune into the stories behind the stories, and your world will show you miracles. Fear not, for we are right here and Spirit loves you. Trust the invisible. There you go. There's your postcard from Spirit message. I love it. I love it. I love it. Have a great week. And again, I won't be here next Tuesday, but I will come on Wednesday between 6:30 and 7 of next week with a special announcement, especially for those of you who live here in the Phoenix area. And I hope you have a great week. I love you guys, and I thank you for being here. Peace and blessings to you. Please share this with your friends and groups, and I'll see you next week. Bye.